From the murder of innocents to a lot of lies coming to the surface, The Last of Us season finale is gonna be controversial. And one thing is sure to divide the fans. But what is that? Well, in the game, Joel and Ellie have made it to Salt Lake City, Utah, after escaping an entire group of cannibals in Colorado. Both of them were in really bad shape, particularly Ellie, who was unconscious after almost drowning. Marlene, the leader of the Fireflies, and the one who had sent Joel and Ellie together in the first place, brought them to a hospital where she told Joel that Ellie would be going into surgery. The surgeon wanted to extract parts of Ellie's brain, which would contain the infection caused by the cordyceps from previous bites. While this could potentially save humanity, it would kill Ellie in the process. Joel refused to let Ellie die without a fight, and went on a rampage, killing both the surgeon and Marlene in an effort to save her life. He then drove away with Ellie, who was unconscious during the whole ordeal. But when she woke up, he lied to her and told her that the Fireflies had already found other immune people and weren't able to create a cure. Ellie had her doubts but believed him anyway, and they returned to his brother Tommy's settlement in Jackson, Wyoming. The reason why the ending of the game was so controversial was that a lot of people thought Joel went too far. He killed just about everyone to ensure he got Ellie out of there. Some people think Ellie should have had the choice to give up her life for the vaccine, while others thought she was just a little girl who shouldn't have to make this decision. So this is what happened in the game. But will the same happen in the show? Though HBO's The Last of Us could deviate slightly from the original game story in the last 2 episodes of season 1, they'll probably stick to the same ending. We've seen Marlene pass off Ellie to Joel at the beginning of episode 1.
How long before she's torn to pieces by a pack of clickers? That is, if she hasn't been raped and murdered first.
It ain't for you to decide.
It's what she'd want.
And later, we see Joel and Ellie making their way to Colorado by the end of episode 6. Episode 7, Left Behind, further delves into Ellie's past with her friend Riley. We'll find out more about why Ellie went their separate ways from Riley, and how far their relationship shaped her decisions during her journey with Joel. In The Last of Us episode 8, Ellie had to confront a group of cannibals while Joel was still trying to recover from the injuries that he'd gotten in the previous episode. Now, this only leaves the season 1 finale, Look for the Light, to wrap up the events of the first game. Although the show has made a few changes to the original story, they haven't made any drastic ones. Plus, the trailer already teased some major plot points in its last few seconds that hinted at Joel's hospital rampage and Ellie's uncertain future. And this will definitely have the viewers divided on what the right choice could be. In the game, though, we didn't even have a choice. In The Last of Us, the player is thrown into a world where choices aren't really their own. You'd think that at the end of the game, you'd be presented with one final ultimate choice: sacrifice Ellie to potentially save the world, or rescue Ellie and possibly erase hope for a cure. But this isn't the case. This isn't your story as the player. It's Joel's story, and he has already made his decision. The game simply makes you walk into Joel's shoes to experience the journey he's taken. What you're really being presented with is a way of understanding what it was like for him and what led him to his choice. You're given glimpses into his past that have shaped who he's become and how he sees the world. To give you an example, in the game, you are forced to storm a Firefly hospital and put an end to the doctor who was trying to use Ellie as a test subject for a cure. It's up to you as the player whether or not you want to take it easy on him by shooting him in the leg, but no matter your choice, he still dies. You then rescue the now unconscious Ellie, who doesn't have a clue what just happened. We later find out that the doctor was the father of a Firefly named Abby. The death of her father sends Abby on a quest for revenge against Joel and drives the story forward. It's this moment that sets off the chain of events in the game, and there's no way to prevent it or alter it in any way. The show will probably follow the same ending, or at least most of it will be the same, especially after what Bella Ramsey said.
Did it make you feel better? Did it make you feel safe? How does it make you feel now?
Bella Ramsey, the star of the HBO show The Last of Us, recently predicted that the season 1 finale would cause a lot of controversy. During an interview with Vogue, she declared it's going to divide people massively, and I have to say, if her prediction proves correct, this wouldn't be the first time The Last of Us has caused debate. Since the show is based on a popular game, its early episodes were met with criticism for changing key elements from the source material. When the show began to explore LGBTQ+ themes and characters, it was met with backlash from viewers who felt that its subject matter wasn't appropriate for a certain audience. Because of this, people started to review bomb the show. Ramsey recently discussed review bombing and the controversy surrounding The Last of Us's LGBTQ+ content during an interview. She said she's not particularly concerned about those who have a problem with it, and noted that viewers who don't want to watch the show because of its inclusion of gay storylines and trans characters are missing out. And well, I have to agree. Ramsey also talked about how much she loved the episode targeted by review bombers. Long time. She said that she felt emotional while watching the montage sequence near the end of the episode and started crying because of it.
So it's based on the video game. It's basically, it follows the story of, well, Joel meets Ellie. Joel is like a hardened survivor, and Ellie is a young, like, teenage brat, really.
So what even was the controversy? Ramsey and her co-star Storm Reed recently found themselves at the center of an online controversy when a kiss between their characters, Ellie and Riley, in The Last of Us's 7th episode was censored in North Africa and the Middle East. OSN Plus decided to completely remove the scene from its broadcast, which drew a lot of criticism and outrage from affected fans on social media. The censored kiss is a major plot point in the episode, which is part of The Last of Us Left Behind DLC.
Okay.
The kiss between Ella and Riley is a huge part of Ellie's backstory and serves as a powerful moment in her journey and self-discovery. And they literally cut the entire scene out like it never even happened. No wonder people were so angry. Although HBO has yet to comment publicly on OSN Plus's censorship of the scene, The Last of Us co-creator Neil Druckmann addressed the anti-queer sentiment in the game. Druckmann noted that certain character perspectives on homosexuality in The Last of Us are meant to show how society's progress has stalled since the cordyceps pandemic. He says the world of The Last of Us is still stuck in a place where non-heteronormative sexualities are seen as problematic. According to him, the reactions to Ellie and Riley's kiss is a reflection of this stalled progress. And that's all I have on why the season finale of The Last of Us will be a controversial one.